Hansel Ngwane calling from Boya. Hansel, if you are there, welcome to African Cocktail.
Oh, thank you. Finally.
finally, I understand. So, Hansel, how is Boya today?
I'm okay. Just that the country is good, but I'm still funny.
The country is still funny. So you say. Wow, Hansel.
Yes.
So, Hansel, we're talking about the good, the bad, the funny, and this show has undoubtedly become one of the most appreciated, at least in the past couple of months, within the Cameroon English-speaking community. Now, tell us, why would you call a show the good, the bad, the funny?
Well, it's a name, the good, the bad, the ugly. But rather than things being good, bad, and ugly, it should rather be good and bad, and in the end, you try to find out the funny side of it all. That's all.
So, when precisely did you spring up with this idea, and what was your motivation?
Well, it's been in the drawing boards for 2 years now, and my motivation has been the fact that intellectual comedy in English-speaking Cameroon has been dormant for quite a long time now. So that motivated me to bring up something that is new, but impressive, genuine, and original.
I understand the items you have on the show are kind of picked around as news items, but done in a very satirical manner. So what do you consider when you select stories to have them satirized on the good, the bad, the funny?
Well, most stories stem up from current events and happenings around us, and I have to keep in mind the frame of reference for the audience. I can't say something that they don't understand.
Now, I've been going through some episodes of the show, and I find them really good in terms of quality. So, what takes you to come out with such good images, and could you just tell us how you go along with the shooting, the editing, and even the post-production process of this very brilliant show?
Okay, yes, not want to call names, but my company does that, but I think everything has to do with teamwork. You can't do everything alone. I have a good director, I have a good cameraman, I have a good editor, and I am a good presenter. So it takes teamwork, that's the first thing, and motivation and dedication.
Right. And how regular should we have this show online?
It's twice a month. It's a bi-monthly program for now. But by the end of this year, I will be making it a weekly program.
Right. So, who are some of the people you work with? You just made mention of the cameraman and the editor. So, who are these people?
Yes, I work with the director and editor is Agbo Obedagbo of Zumo Studio Works. The cameraman is Frederick Discard, Zumo Studio Works, and the light technician is Lawrence. Lawrence.
Right. So, Hansel, so far from observation, you mostly talk about people paying less attention to events. How do some of these people you satirize take the jokes, and have some of them contacted you? And what do they tell you, when they contact you about something either said about them or satirized about them? Okay, sorry about that. We're definitely going to come back to Hansel Ngwane. We lost him. Well, it's a great distance moving across oceans, but then we will make it, we are determined. Okay, let me come back to my studio guest, Stanley. Stanley, Hansel just said something which pricked my mind. He said he succeeds to have that show the way it is because of teamwork. Do you believe in teamwork? How powerful is teamwork vis-a-vis success?
As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I actually do teach, and especially when I'm dealing with a business or I'm talking to a company, one of the things that I push for is actually teamwork. And the reason is because you can get a whole lot more done when you have people working together than when you have people dysfunctional working in a particular group. Once there's teamwork, when people have that sense of unity and responsibility within a particular group, then you can achieve a lot. So I actually appreciate that.
On the other hand, some people hold that when you work with so many people, you have so many problems.
Well, the truth of the matter is that when you talk about working with so many people and having so many problems, you need to be able to examine he who is making that statement. Does that include him or exclude him?
Okay. Well, okay, we'll find time to come back to that, Stanley. Now, Stanley, tell me, motivational speaking, is it a skill acquired or you learn it?
Well, I get that question almost every single time. Someone is asking me, I'm a motivational speaker. As a matter of fact, I don't know what that means, literally. You know, someone's a motivational speaker. A motivational speaker, I mean, the only it's not like a career. It's not one of those things, you know. I mean, motivational speaking is something that you do, but you need to be an expert in something, and then to communicate that effectively to people, you have to inspire them. You have to motivate them based upon what you know.
So it's everybody can be a motivational speaker.
Everybody can. I mean, are you kidding? My mom is the best motivational speaker that there is.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. So, where can inspirational speaking be done, and which one do you consider to be the most effective? Is it in seminars, in conferences, in the classroom, on television, on radio? Just where do you think this art can be best performed with effectiveness?
Are you saying that as to me being a speaker or to the people I'm speaking to?
Well, let's situate the physical environment, or even the kind of people you're talking to.
Okay, well, if the kind of people, I always do love to have the crowd. I think that it does something to me. It pushes me to go beyond the confines of my own limited ability, you know, to be able to inspire something outside of myself. But as to me as an individual, you're going to ask me, you know, where can I get motivated? I think that the best thing that ever happens to me is every morning that I stand before a mirror, because each morning when I look at the mirror, I'm seeing the best thing that God ever created. I'm seeing something that has never existed prior to me, and something that will never exist when I get out of this place, when I exit. So the best form of motivation for me is within. It's for me to be able to speak to myself. But then if I'm going to be in a group of, you know, in the conference or something, I think that the crowds really pull it for me.
So, according to you, who is a fine speaker? Who is an inspirational speaker whom people can admire?
Well, one that has a special message. I think that someone that has a special message should be able to, that's the person I consider to be great. And then first of all, every other speaker also needs a mentor. I think that you need to be able to be, to have someone that you aspire to be like.
Right.
And then you have to basically polish also your public skills. I mean, I never grew up speaking the English language. I'm learning the best way I can. I know I make a whole lot of mistakes, you know, but the truth of the matter is that I will do whatever it takes to be better.
Taking whatever it is to take to be better. Okay, that's a beautiful one there. We